Hello guys and welcome back to Total Extreme Wrestling 2013 TNA Season 2. This is the first Impact and we are going to be holding it in the New York Blue Cross Arena, which holds 11,000 people. Good, we're paying $60,000 for the arena tonight, which is a bit much, but we're expected to get 11,000 fans, almost 12,000, and we're going to be able to hold 11,000 fans. Already hired some people, going to hire a lot more. Just because the roster going through it the first time, not a lot of people in it, so which is why this is kind of a bit low in segments, only 14, but we have 3 pre-show matches. And something that I noticed Dave Scott does for his pre-show matches, he has the workers and during the matches try and work the crowd, get them going for the rest of the show. So I'm gonna try that, see how the show works out. Let's run the show, guys. Alright, and about that, solid in-ring action, but non-existent crowd heat. Kenny Doane and Shark Boy. Kenny Doane defeated Shark Boy in 8 minutes 29 seconds by pinfall with a sky-high leg drop. Kenny Doane is debuting his cocky gimmick 94 rating. That's good. 48D plus match rating. Not the greatest. Kenny Doane is Kenny Dykstra. Otherwise, Kenny Dykstra from WWE fame. Kenny Doane is improving in performance skills. That's always good to know. And a match that was a good action, but not much in the way of heat. So there is some heat. That's good. Mr. Anderson defeated Lashley in 14 minutes 39 seconds with a mic check. They got a 63C rating. Anderson is improving in rumble skills, and they weren't necessarily getting. They engaged the crowd. That's good. Then next we have, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Ethan Carter III defeated Austin Aries in 14 minutes 45 seconds by pinfall with a headlock driver that got a 65C. No worker skill improvements. They engaged the crowd. Good. So we start off with a 66C plus rating, in which Mike Tenay was very underwhelming. So we have the Pyro. Taz is still our announcer right here because Jim Ross hasn't accepted the contract yet, but he should soon. They're hyping up the new owner of the company, Jeff Jarrett, the current GM of the company, Kurt Angle, and Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle's past together because there's been a storied past between them and TNA. The current World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode, and the man who is on fire recently, background story-wise, MVP. Then in an 88B plus rating segment, that's good. Jeff Jarrett has debuted his corrupt authority figure gimmick. It got initial 88 rating. Not the greatest rating for a gimmick. I prefer my gimmicks to be debuted in the 90s, like Kenny Doane's earlier, but I can deal with an 88. Got an 88B plus rating. Jeff Jarrett comes down, does the I am the owner speech, whatever. And Kurt Angle comes down and says, I'm still the general manager. I still have control over Impact. So, and they're going to go into a big long feud that you guys have seen before. That's a feud that I'm going to continue to do through this season. As is the breakup of Magnus and Bram, because I really just like to break them up at the beginning. Usually Bram going face. Sometimes if I have, on my own personal saves, I have Magnus go face, but this time Bram's going face because Bram can turn and he can change his gimmick quickly, so that's nice. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, the Wolves defeated Magnus and Bram in 11 minutes 12 seconds when Davey Richards defeated Magnus by pinfall with a DR driver too. Then the Revolution stormed the ring, the current tag team champions, and beat down the Wolves. I got a 45D rating, disappointing. Guess their overness grades together are not all that good. And then Bram and Magnus are in the locker room. They argue over who was to blame for their earlier loss, with neither wanting to back down. Eventually, Magnus storms out furious. And then Bobby Roode is in the ring talking about how good he is and hyping up the fact that he's been the world champion for a while now. and the contenders list is starting to run dry. Got a 72 B minus. Decent promo. Good rating. And about that, had solid in-ring action, but not much in the way of heat. Kenny King defeated the Great Sonata and Homicide in a triple threat ladder match in 15 minutes, 4 seconds when Kenny King retrieved the item. Kenny King seemed off his game tonight. X Division title storyline has advanced. Color commentary was good. A lot of negatives. Only got a 49D plus, that's disappointing. And then the cameras remained focused on the ring where Kenny King and Loki engage in a tension-filled stare down. Neither gives ground. That 36D minus rating is going to kill me. That's not good at all. No worker skill improvements. And then backstage, Mr. Anderson is shown, and all of a sudden he is attacked by Samoa Joe. Again, I'm doing this feud because I just want to get Joe be a heel, turn with complete success, and just get Joe a lot of momentum. So I'm basically going to job out Mr. Anderson in this feud. And then we have, in an extremely short match, Samoa Joe defeated Rob Terry by submission with a Coquina clutch, the rear naked choke. Got a 58 C minus. And then Samoa Joe goes off on a rant about how much he hates Mr. Anderson. I got a 68 C plus rating. And about that, I had solid in-ring action, but not much in the way of heat. Madison Rayne defeated Brooke in 10 minutes 39 by pinfall with a raindrop. Knockouts title storyline advances with this segment. No worker improvements. Josh Matthews is backstage with Kurt Angle talking about his upcoming match. If this match is not good, it is going to be a terrible rating. It's somewhere in the 60s, and that's not good. And we are going to see a bad rating for the show. In a match that had some good action and average heat, alright, MVP defeated Kurt Angle in 17 minutes 36 seconds by pinfall with a malicious intent following interference from Jeff Jarrett. Bobby Roode was on commentary. And MVP is now the #1 contender to the world title. And that should be the end of the show. It is a bad idea to have MVP taking part in a match which is being called in the ring. He doesn't yet have the ability to pull it off and looks lost. So that's why the match was terrible. We got a 71 C plus rating. That's great. The opening segment with Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle really must have helped. I was seriously expecting a rating in the 60s. We lost popularity in the tri-state region, but we sold out the arena, so that's good. Well, this is going to be the end of the episode. I will show you the ratings in the next episode for this episode of Impact. See you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye!